Why wait to see if you'll get something you like this Valentine's Day when you can go to BlueNile.com and find something you'll love? Whether you're looking to treat yourself to a little winter sparkle or show a galentine how much you appreciate them, Blue Nile offers a wide selection of high-quality designs, expert guidance, and free 30-day returns for the ultimate peace of mind. You can even design your own jewelry. Right now, save up to 50% at BlueNile.com. That's BlueNile.com.
Introducing Royal Caribbean's newest ship, Icon of the Seas, the ultimate family vacation. The ultimate 6 slides, 8 neighborhoods, 0 compromise vacation. The ultimate never done that, can't wait to do it vacation. The ultimate chillin' by a different pool every day of the week vacation. This is the Icon of vacations. Icon of the Seas, arriving in 2024. Book today. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. Ships Registry, Bahamas.
Hello again, hockey fans. Are you ready to brave the wild with me, your buddy, Paladino Joey? It is Sunday, April the 28th, 2013. This is episode number 61 of Brave the Wild, which is available on thesportstuff.com and on iTunes. I thank each and every one of you always for downloading and listening to this show. I'm your host, Paladino Joey, or Joey Wygen. And with me again, Neil Natedogg Thiesing. Yeah. He is joining me over the phone today, not in studio, due to scheduling restraints, as we like to call them. So we're going to do the best we can to talk about our playoff-bound Minnesota Wild. For the first time in 5 years, Minnesota Wild make the playoffs, and for the first time ever on Brave the Wild, we will talk about the Wild in the postseason. What do you think of that?
Sounds good to me, Joe.
Are you excited?
Oh, yeah.
You're like, no. No, like, briefly going over the schedule a bit, this past month, it was nothing short of a disaster. It really was. I mean, it's like the last show we did about a month ago, March 30th, the Wild had just ended a wonderful 7-game win streak against the Dallas Stars in Dallas. And then it's like we follow things up with, we beat the Kings 1 game, and then start off April 0-3. It's like, what the heck? That was an utter disaster. St. Louis, San Jose, LA. And I always called it the California curse. Every time the Wild head to California to play the Sharks and Kings, it's the California curse. I mean, that's just all you can call it, really, to be honest.
Yeah.
Every single time. But who would have thunk a victory over the Columbus Blue Jackets on Sunday, the 7th of April, a 3-0 victory over those Blue Jackets would mean as much as it did. Yes, it meant a lot. Think about it. That gave us our tiebreaker, basically.
Yeah, glad we won that one.
It's like we barely made it. I mean, Mike Yo's job absolutely was in jeopardy down the stretch here, because at one point, just not that long ago, the Wild were the 3rd seed in the Western Conference, and really, when you look at the standings, the Wild finished only 4 points behind the Vancouver Canucks, which would have given them a 3rd seed, obviously, in Division Championship here in the final year of the Northwest Division. Yeah, I mean, look at all the red in April. You know, green means win, red means loss, for those of you out there. We had an overtime loss against Columbus. We got shut out 2 games in a row. Chicago 1-0. Wow. I mean, we held the Blackhawks to one goal and didn't even win. That was Darcy Kumpner, and that night, Wild lose 2-0 against St. Louis. Boring game. Then we have a nice little rebound against Calgary and Edmonton. Didn't quite do that in the final week there, but second final week, the Wild beat Calgary and Edmonton. It's like, hey, here we go. Then off to San Jose on the 18th, Thursday, 6-1 crushing. It's like, yeah, we still suck. we still suck, but yeah, we're like the 7th, 8th seed. We'll be okay. We'll make it. We're just gonna, we got Calgary coming up on the 21st. Wasn't that a beauty, Neil? Wasn't that a beauty?
Yeah, not quite.
Not quite. The Wild get pummeled 4-1. 4-1. That was just last Sunday. 4-1, Neil. Oh my God.
It was horrible.
Oh, it's like this is Calgary, guys. Come on, I thought it was the Blackhawks, really, or the Penguins or something, but no, 4-1.
They don't even have a Ginla anymore. It's like, what the heck?
Yeah, they don't even have a Ginla. I mean, it's like Michael Camilleri. He's good, but my goodness, they're one of those teams that they sign a guy or two with. They're really just they're not real serious over there. From what you can tell, they're not really serious.
Mm-hmm.
They think they are, but they're just not. And getting rid of a Ginla, I understand that it was time. But then it's like, okay, do you guys realize you're going to miss the playoffs if you do not win this game against the LA Kings? Tuesday, I mean, wow. That game featured something very horrible, for the Wild, but luckily they win the game by the skin of their teeth. They're just hanging on. We win 2-1 in that game, but Jason Palmerville takes an elbow to the face by Dustin Brown. Did you see that?
Did I don't know
see it, Neil? Huh? How dare you? How dare you not?
I remember that. Yeah, I remember he did it to Palmerville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a concussion written all over it, too. It was they came into that game basically treating Pominville the way the Saints treated Brett Favre in the NFC title game. I mean, let's cut his head off. It's like, okay, my God,
Yeah.
That whole game, they were literally trying to kill him, it seemed like, and then Brown put on the final blow, so to speak. That sucked. It's kind of got concussion written all over it.
Yeah, it looked like it when I saw it. I was like, oh, crap. There he goes for the season.
Yeah, he just went down like flat like a pancake and then got up wobbly like somebody that hasn't skated before. Like, oh boy, that's not a good sign. He was the only guy really that was scoring during all those stretches when like the Wild were getting, shut out or nearly shut out. Games were losing we're getting one goal or whatever. He was the one guy scoring them, pretty much.
Yeah.
Or setting them up. Pominville has been a really valuable addition, by the way. We didn't even talk about that on the last show because it hadn't happened yet. So very briefly, the Minnesota Wild, of course, acquired Pominville in exchange for Johan Larsson and Matt Hackett and this year's first-round draft pick. Very, very expensive. Very expensive, yes.
Yeah.
But a legit score. That's the good part. So
yeah, another score.
Yeah, and it's nice to get a legit first-line player where a lot of these prospects, I mean, there's one thing real quick we could say. They're good young prospects and everything, but still to date, outside of Charlie Coyle, I don't see it yet. And Brodin, excuse me. Brodin is probably even better than Coyle so far out of all the prospects. Yeah, isn't he been awesome?
Yeah.
He's like a Rookie of the Year candidate. But outside of those guys, and yeah, not that, and Coyle's just starting to really look like a legit pro right now. He really has become that guy. He's not a star yet, but he's becoming a guy who absolutely belongs in the pros now. But outside of that, a lot of the Granlunds, the Zuckers, not yet. They've been sent down about as much as about as many shifts as they've been getting lately. So lots of send downs for those guys, and it's just because they're not ready, I guess. Unfortunately, Larson was up for like 1 second and was traded.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, he was traded right when the Wild he was on the NHL roster, traded. It's like, okay. Hackett traded. Remember that? He was a net, huh?
Yeah, Hackett.
Mm-hmm.
He's a hack.
He is a hack, yeah, because he was the guy who was in the net when the Wild's winning streak ended. We watched that, remember? Before our episode 60. Yeah, he got shelled, didn't he?
Yeah, I was like, what the heck? Why would you take out Backstrom?
But then again, look at what's going on with Backstrom, though. Oh, boy. It's like he's the most hot and cold goalie in the league right now. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like
a year ago.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, like the Calgary game, he got beat pretty bad. The Edmonton game was like, whoa. That's like the next one because it's the Wild only need to win one game and they're in the playoffs. That's all they have to do because we have the tiebreaker over Columbus. Just win one game. Well, we got Edmonton on Friday night. Worst team in the league. That's no problem, right?
Yeah.
I thought Wayne Gretzky, Yari Curry, Paul Coffey, and Grant Fuhr were playing that night. Did you think so? Messier too?
What was that?
I was gonna say, like, yeah. Did you think it was them instead of the current Oilers?
No, I thought it was the old school Oilers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It sure seemed like it, didn't it?
The dream team.
6-1, 6-1, and at that point, I was like, you know what? This team does not deserve to make the playoffs. They don't even deserve to. I'm like, watch the Wild lose in Colorado because it's a back-to-back, and Mike Yeo will have coached his last game as the Wild coach. Uh-oh. Like, don't quote me on that one, right? They hung on by the skin of their teeth last night.
Yeah, they did.
When Kobasu scored, quote unquote scored to go up 2-1, I was like, oh my God, yep, it's gonna happen. Yo's gonna lose his job tonight. And then it turns out it was disallowed, possibly kicked it in, possibly with his skate, allegedly. Kobasu, the former Wild player that didn't do anything. You remember him?
Kovacic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he was alright, I thought.
Yeah, it's like he was okay. Like he'd score once in a while, but it's like that's the only thing he's good at was just scoring, and he didn't really do it that much. And he was always hurt, you know. Yeah, well, he's on the Colorado Avalanche. Oh, goody. But yeah, that would have been kind of intriguing if he ended up scoring the season-ending goal for the Wild, but. Luckily, hey, guys like Zach Parise and Backstrom got it done. Suter.
And who else got the last goal? Was it not Purdue?
Oh, like the final goal?
Bouchard?
Yep, that's who it was. That empty netter. It was like a little dunk, you know. He like kind of dunked it in, so to speak, because they cleared it.
Seems like the only goals that he gets are the empty netters.
It seems like it. Yeah. Like it does seem like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because he's not really a finisher. He'll hustle and stuff, but then he'll always like get out muscled and lose the puck. So it seems like he's only good when it's like, okay, there's nobody here, and there we go. You know. I'll just lay it in, you know.
Yeah.
It's like a basketball meets hockey like play, basically. a little layup.
That's why he's European.
Look at you. The French Canadian Montreal Pierre-Marc Bouchard. Captain Pierre-Marc Bouchard of the Starship Enterprise. No, okay, I'm bad. I had to because it's got that two-name deal and it sounds like Picard. Okay, there we go. Like, Joey, if you have to explain it, it's not funny. Man. Yeah. What a crazy week. What a crazy season. Like, what just happened again? You know? It's like, just not that long ago, it's like, this team's going on a playoff run, maybe. If we can get past the Ducks, maybe in the second round or something, off we go to the conference finals, baby. And now it's like...
First year on top of the world, like, third in the, like, right behind Vancouver, and then now we're, like, freaking in the AC going against, like, the Giants of the NHL.
Literally, yep. They've lost 6 games in regulation this year. 6. They have lost 6 games in regulation. Yeah, that's who our opponent is, ladies and gentlemen. That might be casual fans, don't pay super close attention. Yeah, that's how good the Blackhawks are. Yeah. The 36-6. Aren't you excited? It's like, yeah, I mean, it's nice to make the playoffs and everything, and crazy stuff does happen. I mean, last year's the ultimate example, because the Kings were the 8th seed, and what did they do last year, you know? They won the entire enchilada, and they were a team that was, you know, playing in that upper half of the Western Conference for a while last year, a lot like the Wild were this year. So, I mean, anything can happen, but I don't know. I don't necessarily see it coming right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you never know. I mean, if Backstrom was younger, maybe, because Jonathan Quick is young. Excuse me. And I know the whole hot goalie thing can ride you all the way to the finals or conference finals or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. Edmonton went to the Stanley Cup Finals with Dwayne Rollison and lost in 7 games to the Hurricanes. Yep. In 2004, Calgary Flames went all the way to the finals, lost in 7 to the Tampa Bay Lightning. I mean, you never know. Excuse me. Philadelphia made the playoffs by the skin of their teeth, went to the finals against the Blackhawks. So it's happened an awful lot in the NHL. That's the one good part.
I'll be happy if the Blackhawks don't win it this year.
Yeah, wait, they've lost 7 games now because they lost their season finale. Pardon me. What the heck? I didn't even. Whoops. Whoa, excuse me, Joey. Oh, they've lost 7. But yeah, no, I would be happy if they didn't win. Also, to be honest, they lost 3-1 to St. Louis last night. Ooh.
There you go.
See? No, yeah, that might be their second round opponent if the Wild can't pull off the upset. 4th seeded St. Louis Blues with their 60 points. Yeah, that win gave the Blues some home ice advantage here. I thought the Kings are going to be the 4th seed. Nope. They are the 5th seed now behind the Blues.
Nice.
Yep, St. Louis. That's a team that has still never won a Stanley Cup. They've been in the league as long as, you know, the North Stars, the Flyers, Penguins, you know, that second wave or whatever after the original 6. Yeah. No cup. Ha. No. Yep. So,
that sucks.
Yeah, it does, because even the Stars have a championship. It just didn't happen here. The Sons of... Okay, anyhow. The Flyers won a couple cups in the 70s. The Penguins won a couple in the 90s and recently. Yeah, it just goes on and on. Yep, good times, great oldies. Yes. Yep, Vancouver was in that. I believe Vancouver was in that class. Yeah, way back. Yep. The second wave. The Kings, yep. Okay, yeah, look at me blabbing here, sorry. Yeah, we've got all the matchups set in the NHL. You got the Wild and the Blackhawks, 1 versus 8. You got Anaheim and Detroit, 2 versus 7. Vancouver versus San Jose, 3 versus 6. And then, of course, St. Louis, LA, 4 and 5. I think that's going to be really good.
Yeah, St. Louis is pretty good team. They look us.
Yeah, both of those teams really, they've always owned the Wild, it seems like, the Kings and the Blues. So it's nice to see the Wild actually beat the Kings twice this year, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Despite that.
Entertaining to watch.
Oh, say it one more time. I think you were in and out a bit there.
Quite entertaining to watch those games when we beat them. I was like, heck yeah.
Yeah, those were awesome. Like the game Jonathan Quick swung and snapped his stick on the shootout. Did you see that one? That was a beauty. Remember that?
I was laughing my butt off.
Yeah, because it was 3. Yeah, he gave up 3 consecutive shootout goals to, was it like I believe it was Cullen, Parisi, and Koivu, and he just went snap. Like he was irate. It's like, yep, Wild win, you know. Like I'm supposed to be the best goalie in the world, and it's like 1, 2, 3, you know. Whoops.
Oh.
Well, over in the East, there's one team with less points than the Wild. Yeah, Ottawa Senators with 54. They will play the Pittsburgh Penguins, my pick for the championship this year. Number 2 record in the league, 72 points. Huh? You love the Penguins, don't you? No, actually, yeah, we still have that hatred going on for them. It's only for 22 years ago, but still hate them. Here's a matchup I enjoy because it's classic right here, classic Montreal and the New York Islanders. The New York Islanders made the playoffs. Yes. New York. I like that team. I hate the Rangers, but I like the Islanders. I do because it's just it's a unique situation where they actually play on the island, on Long Island. But the terrible part is this is the very last season in that building. They're moving to Brooklyn, just like the Nets in the NBA. Damn it! They're leaving. Was it Rexall Center? Sons of.
They're moving?
Huh?
New York Islanders are moving?
Yeah. Isn't that sad? Yeah, they're moving to Brooklyn, but they're gonna I believe they're gonna keep the name and everything. But they're playing. Excuse me. I don't know what that was all about. Excuse me, something loaded on me. But yeah, they're leaving New York, or the Islanders, excuse me, and they're leaving Long Island and moving to that place, Brooklyn. But yeah, I mean, it's one last shot to bring back that old Islander magic. Like, they make the playoffs once every billion years, but when they do, it seems like they go on little runs, or huge runs, like in the early 80s. 4 in a row. One of them was the North Stars in 81. They beat us in the finals. Washington Capitals, 3-6 against the Rangers. Hate both of them. I'd like to see them both lose in the second round, or first. And here is Original Six beauty right here.
Rangers.
Which one?
The Capitals more than the Rangers.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, I actually kind of rooted for the Rangers in the East Finals last year because I'm not a Devils fan. Sorry, Zach, but yeah, I rooted for the Rangers. That would have been kind of cool if it was New York and L.A., huh?
Yeah.
It almost happened, but I'm sure the NHL would have loved that too. But man, I like the 4-5 matchup though in the East. That is classic, really old school right there. Boston against the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Ooh.
The Toronto Maple Leafs made the playoffs.
Nice.
Yes. Isn't that cool? Finally.
Yeah, they haven't made it for a long time.
Yeah, it's like I think it was the 90s. Like 95 or something. It's been a long bleeping time. Oh boy, that's cool to see the Islanders and the Maple Leafs in the playoffs. I'm enjoying that. One team I think we're slightly sick of seeing in the playoffs. You know who that is, don't you? Can you guess?
Philadelphia?
Nope. Look at you. Look at me, putting you on the spot. Sorry. Nope. Detroit.
Oh yeah, Detroit.
22 straight playoffs. They made it again. I really thought they're finally going to miss. Like maybe Minnesota gets to 7 and Columbus gets to 8. We take our chances against Anaheim, who we really don't match up that great with, but just not as disastrous as Chicago, or potentially disastrous as Chicago, because they're, But Detroit made it. Yep, 7th seed.
Shit.
What if they lost last night? Oh, wouldn't that have been cool? They would have missed because Columbus and Minnesota won. Man.
Yeah, that sucks.
Detroit did some butt kicking. Yeah, they beat L.A. I remember they beat L.A. when Dustin Brown was suspended for 2 games. For the Pominville hit, and then they won again. It's like, they made the playoffs, 7th seed.
That's crappy.
Yeah, I mean, they won 4 games in a row to make the playoffs. 4 games in a row. They beat the Stars 3-0 last night. 4 games in a row, so there you go. It's 22 years. 22 years. It's 89, I believe. Yeah, that was the last time they missed the playoffs. 89. It's like, really? 89? 89. You know how long ago that is? Steve Yzerman was young in 89. He was probably like 26, 25. Maybe even younger, like 24, 23. I mean, this is back in the day before they were merging into a pretty deadly team. Man. How about them Detroit Red Wings? 22 in a row. I keep saying the number because it's amazing.
Yeah.
Poor Columbus. Marian Gaborik is a Columbus Blue Jacket. You like that?
Oh, I don't mind him being on the team. I wish he's still on our team.
Yeah, what if that was the other trade? Because Columbus got Gaborik for a song. As my buddies in Australia like to say for that Timberwolves show that I do, Timberwolves Explosion. They say you could have had him for a song. And yeah, the Wild could have had him for a song, but Pominville's a better team guy. It's a lot of people view that as, and he's been great. So it was, we were going to get a right winger. It was going to either be Pominville or Gaborik, I suppose. We needed a right winger to fill up that top line, and then ultimately the Wild moved Pominville to the third because the chemistry's so crummy on the third. Or actually injuries, excuse me. Yeah, Heatley with a shoulder injury, that screwed that up. Cullen missed time. That's another reason the Wild were losing games in early April, late March. It's like, doggone it. But Koivu played every game this year. That's amazing. That's a miracle.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't know he had it in him. Jack Creasy always plays the whole season for the most part. I mean, without unless some type of freak injury or something he had a few years back. He was out for a while, or like not freak, but major injury, but things happen. So yeah, playoffs are ready to roll here.
Woohoo!
The Wild finally make the playoffs. Man. Finally, but unfortunately, yeah, it's sad. We played the Blackhawks. We beat them in a shootout though this year. Huh?
Oh yeah.
Way back at the beginning, the Wild beat the Blackhawks in a shootout.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wasn't that awesome?
That was pretty sweet.
So the possibility exists. It exists. It's just funny to...
It played them really good, too. It's really hard, and it was a physical game.
It was. That was a great game. And they're going to be our division rival. So what better way to start the old Minnesota-Chicago rivalry again than starting off with some type of playoff series?
Yeah.
Rock and roll. Who did the North Stars beat in 91? Yeah? Huh? Team with the best record in the league. 91 Blackhawks. The North Stars took them out in 6. So you're like, yeah, right, Joe. But Yep, hockey's filled with upsets. It is. I mean, the Sharks used to take out... I mean, the Red Wings would have this awesome record, and then the Sharks were this 8th seed, kind of this up-and-coming physical type team, and they just take them out. It's like, what? They just beat them. They didn't... Yeah, and sometimes they'd even sweep them, like 4-0 or whatever. L.A. swept Vancouver in the first round last year. They had the best record in the league. So, tubular. So anything can happen. Yeah, it's going to be great to see how these playoffs turn out. Minnesota versus Ottawa. Okay, I'm just kidding. Minnesota versus Islanders. Yes.
In the championship?
Yep. No. Avenge the 81 Stanley Cup Finals, right? No. So it was only like 32 years ago, but yeah, let's do it.
There you go.
So real quick here, yeah, because this is going to be a pretty short show, obviously. We're just trying to get you all revved up for the playoffs here, and hopefully in the next week or 2 or 3 or something, we'll be able to talk more about the playoffs with the Wild involved. But otherwise, we'll try to keep you updated with the playoffs. Just mostly here for commentary, not trying to come on here and be like, with the third line of those New York Islanders, they're going to match up well against Montreal. No, we're not trying to be geniuses here. We're just having fun, enjoying hockey conversation here.
Yeah.
So, and we're big Wild fans and all that, and we like to talk about the Lions and the Wild, but yeah. Can't tell you I'm the biggest Islanders expert yet, so maybe someday. No. But, well, who do you have coming out of the East? Like, what do you have going on with the East Finals there?
See. I would hope Toronto. I wouldn't mind seeing them, but that's probably a long shot.
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I guess Montreal's looking pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're the number 2 seed. And they got all that, obviously, history up the, we've got more history than any team all time. They just haven't been around as much lately, but, they're in and out of the playoffs from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
They went to the East Finals a few years ago when Philly was on that Cinderella run against,
Yeah.
I think Pittsburgh just goes through everybody.
Hopefully not.
Want me to give you my East Finals quick? No, I'll let you jump in. Yeah. All right, I got some. Yeah, I'll go with Pittsburgh. Unfortunately, I have to because I just kind of have to. Pittsburgh.
Come on, Joe.
Yeah, that's terrible, isn't it? Isn't it terrible?
Look at you. Look at you.
The Boston Bruins return to the East Finals. Yes, Boston Bruins, the Stanley Cup champions just 2 years ago, are going to go on another run there. I really want to see Toronto do something, but I doubt it just because. Yeah, I have I have Boston and Pittsburgh in the East Finals.
Joey, just like Boston, just like the Patriots.
Yeah, the New England Patriots. Yeah, the team that forgot how to win. No, in the playoffs. In the regular season, they know how to, but yeah.
Just like the Red Sox. Joey loves the Red Sox.
Yep. Oh yeah, you know it. And the Winnipeg Jets, they're the other team that just barely missed the playoffs over there in the East. Sons of Guns.
Mm-hmm.
Playing completely out of their element. They're playing teams that are way far away from them. That's got to be fun because they were in Atlanta's division. Still they didn't even get moved. They're like, oh yeah, you get a team, but yeah, we'll move you next year. Sorry about that. Just be happy you have a team. No. The Winnipeg Labatt Blue Jets, because their logo is just yeah. Like I always say, it looks like Labatt Blue. It doesn't look like hockey to me. Do you have an East Finals matchup, or do you want to start with the West?
The East Finals matchup?
Yeah.
I'll probably pick Montreal versus Toronto. I guess that's who I want it to be there.
That would be awesome, man. I mean, that's like really classic, old school right there. Those used to be the 2 best teams in NHL history many years ago. Yeah, back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Back when we were not born. No. Yeah. You had Rocket Richard. Basically.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. So in the West, who do we have in the West? Do you want me to jump in first?
Sure.
I don't want to say it, should I? I can't say it. Okay, I'll say it. Chicago. That you know what that means. Chicago and St. Louis. Look at me, 1-4 in both conferences. I got a good feeling about those 4 seeds, Boston and St. Louis. You never know. That could be the finals, but probably not. But yeah, I have Chicago and St. Louis in the East Championship round.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Who do you have?
I got Minnesota. Yeah.
Oh, I hope so. That would be great.
Versus the Canucks.
Really? For real?
Yep.
And yeah, it's believable to see Vancouver in the East or West. Excuse me. That would be awesome. Minnesota's going to make that run. Huh? You got that good feeling?
Oh yeah.
Because of that, they revive from the dead here and go oh man, that'd be nice. Well, Brave the Wild fans, we love this team. You can tell, can't you? You've got a good feeling about it. Hey, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't see you as a Kool-Aid drinker for it because it's possible. And I almost should have picked like the Islanders or something out east. In fact, I'm really tempted to just because, because there's going to be a funny team in there. You just know it.
Yeah.
I mean, last year, that's all it was. That's all it was funny teams last year. Like, Phoenix? Phoenix went to the West Finals last year. Do you realize that? It's like, okay, but yeah. Yep, Phoenix and LA, and then was it, for some reason I'm forgetting who New Jersey played. Oh, New York, excuse me. New York was the top seed over there, but they did not beat New Jersey. So, yeah. So who do you have winning it all? What was it? Yeah, Montreal against Toronto, and then Minnesota against Vancouver. So who do you have in the Stanley Cup Finals and Championship?
Us versus Montreal.
Whoa! Look at you, Neil. Look at you. Minnesota in the finals? Who wins?
Oh yeah.
Who wins?
Of course.
Montreal? You're like, yep.
Of course.
Huh?
I said Minnesota, of course.
Whoa, you got that LA Kings feeling, don't you?
Yeah.
You think we're going to be the Kings of 2013?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I hope so. Look at this guy.
Better
Look
count
at
it.
Look at this guy. Now now I think he's drinking a little green Kool-Aid over here. Yes. little red and green, little raspberry and lime. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm so mean. You got the strawberry Kool-Aid over in Detroit. You got the... Okay, sorry, I'll calm down. Look at me. I'm going to go with the dorkiest matchup ever. I don't want to do it, but I don't want to. The world's going to hate me for this. But it's like the way this... I know I'm going to be wrong just because it never happens this way. But I guess that's probably why I'm going to go with it, just because you never know. Maybe it will. This is like the NCAA tournament hockey lately, where it's just, wait, George Mason, what? Huh? But then there's usually the other mean, strong team that stays there and wins it. But I guess I'm going to have two mean, strong teams in the finals. I don't want to do it, but yeah, Chicago and Pittsburgh. Yep, and then original pick from the beginning of the year. I'm sticking to it just like I did in the NFL. Picked the Baltimore Ravens to win the Super Bowl. And they did. And I'm picking Pittsburgh to win the Cup. Look at you. Yep.
Crosby ain't that good.
I hate his guts, but, because he scored that game-winning goal in the gold medal game against Zach and the boys. Yes. Yeah, maybe Zach and the boys will go against Crosby, huh? Yes. Maybe. The Wild winning it all. Look at you. Oh man, he's been mixing in that Kool-Aid over there.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Okay, you know what? That makes it fun, right?
Then you're gonna go win the Junior Olympic Games.
The Junior Olympic Games.
Yep.
That's gonna be Matthew Dumba, yeah. Dumba. Yep. Okay, that was really dorky, but I said it anyway. Oh man, how about them Wild? Here they come. I hope so. Oh boy. So with that, anything else you'd like to add before we close?
What?
I said anything else you'd like to add before we close?
Not much. Just pumped up for these playoffs coming up. Gonna be watching it and probably screaming everyone out of my house.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. I really hope that what you say is true, at least in terms of we're going on a playoff run of some sort. I would love it. I'd love to see Chicago's dreams end right away. They got their cup. They did. They won their last cup in, was it the 60s, and then they finally got one again in 2010. And, yeah, you guys got your cup. Goodbye now.
Yeah.
We don't have to feel bad for them anymore. Not that we did, but, just that little, semi-feel bad for some people.
Yeah.
For some of the fan base, because we know what it's like with the Vikings, so, yeah, 50 years of nothing. 50 years of nothing. Minnesota Viking football. Yay! Oh, well. All right. And, yeah, it's just for the sake of schedule, folks. We got to say, we got to keep this one shorter. So we do apologize. Perhaps the next show will be a little bit longer and a bit more in depth. But we needed to get something out here tonight, and I'm very happy Neil was able to join me. Thank you very much for this.
No problem, Joe.
Thank you. Yep. I mean, it's nice to have two people talking about the postseason. When it's just me kind of talking about it, it's not as fun.
Yeah, not at all.
No, I'm just the Blackhawks will beat the North Stars. No, okay, sorry, the Wild. Yeah, I'm still living in the past. Sorry, the North Stars will beat the Blackhawks. Yes. They like it 91. Yep.
Yep.
All right, but yeah, thanks again for this, and we'll hopefully have you on in the next week or two, and
be fun if win or lose.
Mm-hmm. Say it one more time.
Win or lose, we'll still be here.
Yes, we will. We will still be here, and hopefully we'll be talking about a playoff run here the next couple of weeks. It'll be a lot of fun to be doing this show during a playoff run. Oh,
yeah.
Been dying for it. Oh, yeah. All right, so with that, we are going to sign off. Thanks again, everybody. And, do check out the Facebook page, by the way. I didn't even get to it. Maybe I'll get to it after Neil signs off here briefly. But otherwise, maybe I'll save it for the next show. So, yes, the Facebook page. Simply look that up on Facebook in the search bar, Brave the Wild, Minnesota Wild Show. Get on there and click like. At Brave the Wild is the Twitter account. And there you go. There's a phone line also, 209-736-7877, 209-736-7877. It is a voicemail. Do treat it as such. Mention what show you're calling into, which is Brave the Wild. All right, thanks again, everybody, and go Wild.
Woo!
Games. Everyone likes games, but what we don't like is paying full price for them. Get new games for the PC like Tomb Raider, $20 off. Borderlands 2, $20 off. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, $20 off. All downloads, no discs, no shipping costs. You're not a PC gamer? That's alright, we got you covered too. 50% off all pre-owned console games. If you don't have a console, I've got a smoking deal for you. Get $50 off the limited edition 500 gigabyte God of War Ascension Legacy Bundle. This thing comes with all the God of War games, and the console is Garnet Red. Check out the links in the show description on thesportstuff.com.